What's up everybody, Jacob Blank back with another YouTube video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about how I did a $50,000 wholesale deal. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video so you can see how I did this massive deal for $50,000 so you can learn how to get big wholesale deals like this. Also, if you're not already subscribed, go down below, hit the red button and subscribe to the channel. It helps me reach more people and impact more lives, so I'd really appreciate it if you go subscribe. Other than that, let's get right into the video. Alright, so that's right, I just did a $50,000 wholesale deal. You've seen my past few videos where I did a $62,000 deal, a $33,000 deal, and now a $50,000 deal. And before that I did like a $56,000 deal. I did a video on that. So as you can see, I'm getting a lot of these big deals. And I just made a video on how to get bigger deals, so you should go watch that too. So how am I scoring all these big deals? And then we'll get into breaking down how I did this $50,000 deal. I'm getting bigger deals because I'm acquiring the properties at a lower price and I'm maximizing as much as possible on the disposition side of things. And that's how I've been scoring all these big deals. But now let's jump into the breakdown of this $50,000 deal. How did I get the lead? The lead was from cold calling. You guys know I love cold calling. So we got the lead from cold calling, and then my acquisition manager started following up with the seller. We started pulling out the reason why the seller wanted to sell. The seller had rental properties. He had a handful of rental properties, and this was his last one. He's been selling off his portfolio so he can just relax and retire, and this was the final property he wanted to get rid of. He no longer wanted to deal with managing the rental, no longer dealing with finding tenants, no longer dealing with repairs and maintenance, and he wanted to get rid of the last property and just retire. And so we were like, okay, great, that sounds amazing. We can definitely help you out with that. And we worked out his asking price. He wanted $370,000 for the property. Now $370,000 would have already been a deal, but I tried to get it a little bit lower. Me and my acquisition manager negotiated and we started at $350,000. And we slowly went up from $350,000 to $365,000, and we agreed on that price with the seller. Remember, even if the seller's asking price is already a deal, you want to start a bit lower. That way you have to go up and they feel like they're winning. Also, you want to always try to get a few thousand off, because in the long run, deal after deal after deal, those $1,000 amounts that you pull off of their asking price, that you get the property for lower, add up to be a lot of money and help you reach your end of year goals. But that's right, we agreed on the $365,000 price with the seller, and we set up to go out to the property. Now when we went out to the property, we realized, wow, this property was in amazing shape and it really did not need a lot of work. I could probably just take it down at $365,000, list it on the market, clean up a few things, maybe paint, and make like $60,000 to $70,000 just quick wholetailing it, basically putting only a couple $1,000s into repairing the property and selling it on the market. So I was thinking about going that route. I was also thinking about going the route of flipping this property. I was looking at multiple exit strategies, but at the end I came to the conclusion that I wanted to wholesale it. So once I saw this property, once I was meeting with the tenants and saw this property, I realized, wow, this is a great deal. The property is in great shape, and I knew I scored big locking it up at $365,000. Now there was some details to this deal that made it a little bit more tricky. The tenant's lease was not up till May 31st. So the buyer has to keep the tenants till May 31st. And I didn't really want to keep the tenants till May 31st. I would have been at a loss if I got hard money. I would have been positive if I got a regular mortgage, and I would have been positive obviously if I got cash, but I didn't really want to keep the tenants. So that made this deal a little bit more tricky, because properties are always worth more vacant. Remember that. All your wholesale deals are going to be worth more vacant. So you want to always try to get them vacant. I tried to offer cash for keys. I tried to get this property vacant, right? And I just, it didn't work. So I had to sell the property with tenants. So I tried to wholesale the deal with tenants. Now the tenant issue was the first issue with this deal that I ran into. The second issue was I was contemplating so many exit strategies on this deal. I was working on getting a mortgage, sending them my tax returns, my credit score, you name it, to get this mortgage that I ran out a lot of my time to up until the close of escrow to sell the deal. So I had less time to sell the deal, and I actually had to extend on the close of escrow 5 days because I ran out of time. And when I was sending the deal out with the tenants, I didn't get as many hits as I thought I would. There wasn't that many buyers interested. But it all turned out okay. I blasted out the deal. I had a few hits, and then when people found out they had to keep the tenants, they fell off. They weren't interested, but there was a couple people that stuck true to their offer and were interested in the property and wanted to walk it. So these two buyers came in significantly lower than what I blasted the deal out. One of them was at $405,000 and one of them was around $420,000. Right? And I blasted at $465 knowing that was way too high, but I did it to protect myself. I did it to maximize because the market is so crazy hot in Arizona right now. I didn't want to undersell the deal, so I blasted super high at $465, and I was hoping I was going to be able to make $100,000 on the deal. I was not able to. I was able to make half. In my mind, I knew this deal was going to sell somewhere around $420,000. So I walked these two buyers through the property, quick walkthrough because the property's in good shape. They're not really looking too in detail at the property because it's simple, right? It needs barely anything done to it, not too much work to the property. I get out of the property, they say they're gonna go run their final numbers and get back to me. And so I waited till the next day and they got back to me. The guy that was at $420,000 said he needed to be around $390,000, and the guy that was at $405,000 said his absolute best offer that he could do would be $414,533. He did it down to the penny. And so you know what I did? I said to him, hey, can you just round up to $415 and you got a deal. I tried to get him up to $420, but he wouldn't, so I'm just like, can you round up to $415 and you got a deal? I got the assignment contract signed with him, and I sent that to escrow. I sent everything to title, and now we waited to the close, and boom, on the 31st of last month, the buyer performed and got the deal closed. And now I have a great relationship with this buyer, and he's on my preferred buyers list now, and he's gonna buy many, many deals for me in the future. He just moved out here from Florida 9 months ago, and this is his first deal he picked up. And he's been in the real estate game for a long time, but this is his first deal in Arizona, so I was super excited to sell the deal to him. He's also a good friend with one of my buddies that is a big buy and hold investor here in Arizona, so it was a great deal all around, great relationship built. And again, what's most important in relationships? What's most important in real estate? That's relationships. Relationships go so far in real estate. Real estate is a relationship business. So I made a $50,000 check and I built an amazing relationship on this deal. Now this deal just closed. It literally just closed, and I'm still working some things out with this deal because we ran into another issue. The tenant already sent their money to the homeowner, to the seller, for their April rent. So I'm communicating with the seller in order to get their rent and then pass it down to the buyer. But other than that, amazing deal, amazing relationship built. And so great deals happening in Arizona. I like the Arizona market a lot. It's crazy right now. My deals are double the size in Arizona than they are in Texas, but both markets are doing great for me. And I'm just super excited to see where we go into the future. There may be a market correction down the road, but right now we are at all-time highs, all-time interest, too much demand, way too little supply. So it's a great time to be in real estate, and I want to make sure you guys are taking advantage of the time right now. What a time to be alive in real estate. 2021 is the year for all of us to make it happen in real estate and become really successful and stack away a lot of cash and get assets. So make sure you're going out there every single day of 2021, 365, 24/7, making it happen in real estate, because this is the year to do so. I promise you that. But other than that, it was a great deal. Guys, if you need stuff to get started in real estate, always in the description of my videos, there's links for all the services and products that I use in my business in order to get deals like this. So make sure you go down to the description and check out those links. They will help you on your real estate journey. Also, check out my personal website, jacobblank.com. Everything you need to wholesale is there as well, plus a bunch more free information and free content and free real estate materials. So check out jacobblank.com. But other than that, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. Also, if you're not already subscribed, go down below, hit the red button and subscribe to the channel. It helps me reach more people and impact more lives. So I'd really appreciate it if you go subscribe. Other than that, thanks for watching. Peace.